Hello everyone, I am DJ Bairam, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemistry at KTHM College, Nasik. Welcome back in this lecture. Students, in the last lecture, we have seen buffer solution. Now, today we are going to see the salt hydrolysis. Salt hydrolysis is the reverse of neutralization. What is meant by neutralization? In neutralization reaction, there is a combination of acid and base to the formation of salt and undissociated water. Okay? But in salt hydrolysis, the formation of acid and base in presence of water. So we can say that the phenomena of interaction of cations and anions of salts with H plus and OH minus ions formed by water and to the formation of acidic and basic solution, so is known as salt hydrolysis. Okay, so the salt may be divided into four types. First type is salts of strong acid and strong base, salts of weak acid and salts of weak acid and strong base, and third type is salt of strong acid and weak base, and the last one is salts of weak acid and weak base. So let's start with the first type, hydrolysis of salts of strong acid and weak base. Okay, for example, the hydrolysis reaction of salts of strong acid and strong base, example is NaCl. So here NaCl is dissolved in aqueous solution. It forms Na plus Cl minus ions. Okay, so these ions have no tendency to react with H plus or OH minus ions of water, because the possible product of such reaction are NaOH and HCl. You know that the NaOH and HCl are completely dissociated, which result there is no change in the concentration of H plus and OH minus ions, and hence the solution continues to remains neutral. So there is no hydrolysis reaction of strong acid and strong base. Next type is hydrolysis of salts of weak acid and strong base. For example, the hydrolysis of sodium acetate, when the sodium acetate dissolve in water, it forms CH3 COO minus plus Na plus. Then this acetate ion combine with H plus and to the formation of acetic acid. Okay, so to maintain the constant value of ionic product of water, the water molecule further dissociate and formation of the hydroxyl ions in aqueous solution. So the solution becomes alkaline or basic due to the dissociation of water. So the hydrolysis reaction of sodium acetate we can write as CH3COO minus plus Na plus water molecule and to the formation of acetic acid plus Na plus plus OH minus. Now by cancelling the common ions on both sides, that is the Na plus, and by taking the concentration of water is constant because water is present in excess amount. So water molecule or concentration of water is taking constant. So we can write by using the law KH is equal to product divided by reactants. Here product is CH3COOH into OH minus upon acetate ion. So acetic acid is free acid, OH minus is free base, and this is the unhydrolyzed salt, where KH is the hydrolysis constant of salt. Now, to maintain the hydrolytic equilibrium of salt, we have to satisfy two more equilibria. First one, ionization of weak acid. So how to ionize acetic acid? CH3COOH dissociate into CH3COO minus plus H plus. Next equilibria, ionization constant of weak acid, that means Ka is equal to CH3COO minus into H plus. So the ionization constant of weak acid for this reaction we can write as Ka is equal to acetate ion into H plus upon acetic acid. Okay, so this is the equation number 1. Now ionization of pure water, H2O dissociate into H plus plus OH minus, and by using the law the ionic product of water we can write as Kw is equal to H plus into OH minus. Here the concentration of H2O is also taken as constant. So this is the equation number 2. Now dividing equation 2 by 1, so we will get this type of equation. Kw divided by Ka is equal to, what is the Kw value? H plus plus OH minus, sorry, here H plus into OH minus upon CH3COO minus into H plus upon acetic acid. So here H plus get cancelled, then we'll get the CH3COOH into OH minus upon acetate ion. So we can write this equation as Ks. So this is the hydrolysis constant of salt. So finally we can write Kh is equal to Kw upon Ka. So this is the equation number 3. So hence hydrolysis constant, this one, hydrolysis constant of salt of weak acid and strong base is inversely proportional to the ionization constant of weak acid. Okay. Now let us move on next topic, that is the degree of hydrolysis. Consider the hydrolysis reaction of salt. This is the reaction. Now the initial molar concentration of sodium acetate is C, and for acetic acid and NaOH are 0. Okay. Next, concentration at equilibrium, C into 1 minus H, and for acetic acid is C into H, and for NaOH C into H. Here H is the degree of hydrolysis of salt. Okay, so we can write the Kh, that means the hydrolysis constant of salt, is equal to product divided by reactants. Here products are CH3COOH into NaOH upon CH3COONA. Here also water molecule is taken as constant. So this is the KH. Now the concentration at equilibrium. The concentration at equilibrium, the acetic acid concentration is C into H into CH for NaOH upon sodium acetate is C into 1 minus H. So here CC get cancelled, will get the C into H square upon 1 minus H. If H is very small as compared to 1, then 1 minus H is approximately equal to 1. So we can write KH is equal to C into H square upon 1 minus H is equal to C into H square, because 1 minus H is approximately equal to 1. So we'll get the C into H square. So we can write this equation as H is equal to square root of KH upon C. Consider this is the equation number 4. Thus, the degree of hydrolysis of salt is inversely proportional to square root of molar concentration. Okay. So this is the inversely proportional to square root of molar concentration. Now, combining equation 3 and 4, we'll get this type of equation. H is equal to square root of KH upon C. So KH value is KW upon KA divided by C. Okay. By simplifying this equation, we'll get H is equal to KW upon Ka into C. So this is the equation number 5. Now let us see pH of salt. We know that due to the hydrolysis of salts of weak acid and strong base, the salt solution becomes alkaline because the formation of more OH minus in a aqueous solution. So this solution becomes alkaline. Suppose OH minus, because the concentration of OH minus is large, so OH minus is equal to C into H. So we can write, we know that first of all we know that KW is equal to H plus into OH minus. So we can write this KW, ionic product of water, we can write as H plus is equal to KW upon OH minus. Okay. So H plus is equal to KW. So OH value is C into H. So this is the equation number 6. Now subtracting the equation 5 in equation 6. So we'll get H plus is equal to KW upon C. Okay. C into, what is the H value? H value is square root of KW upon K into C. So we can write H value as Ka into C, sorry here, into KW upon C into square root of K into C upon KW. Okay. Here is multiplication, not equal, here is multiplication. So we'll get final equation H plus is equal to KW into Ka upon C. That means square root of ionic product of water into Ka upon C. Now taking negative logarithm on both sides, minus log H plus is equal to minus log square root of KW into Ka upon C. So we can write minus log into KW into Ka upon C raised to power 1/2. So minus log H plus is the pH. So pH is equal to minus 1 by 2 log into Kw into Ka upon C is equal to minus 1 by 2 log Kw plus log Ka minus log C. Then pH is equal to 1 by 2, taking this sign into its bracket. So 1 by 2 minus log Kw minus plus minus log Ka minus minus plus. So plus log C. So pH is equal to 1 by 2 into pKw. Minus log Kw means pKw and minus log Ka means pKa plus log C. Okay. So by using this equation we can calculate the pH of salts of weak acid and strong base by knowing the concentration of salts. Okay. So today we have seen the salt hydrolysis of strong acid and strong base, and we have seen second type, the hydrolysis of salts of weak acid and strong base. And in the next lecture we will see the remaining two types of salt hydrolysis. Okay, thank you.